Words of Innocent Idibia aka Two-Face in his record-breaking song, My Africa Queen, may have come to pass as it appears Honourable Natasha Osawaru has stood out as the outstanding one in a million apparently thus to have taken Two-Face Idibia to where he has never been and made his heart to go tinga linga ling, which made Two-Face's mother, Rose Idibia, to say her son is out of sense, saying Two-Face is currently behaving unlike him. She knows that not all, the entire Two-Face family contracted a lawyer to declare Two-Face whereabouts unknown, petitioned Department of State Services, DSS, for possible act of kidnapping, suspecting Natasha to have taken their son away. The family, in a statement, said the African Queen crooner left home in his loungewear on February 10, 2025, without his bodyguard and has not returned since then. According to them, they assumed he was simply taking a walk and would return shortly. In a petition signed by their lawyer, Wilson Anuj, wrongly dated February 7, 2025 and made available on Friday, the Idibia family stated that the singer, also known as Tu Baba, had been missing since the 10th of February 2025 and had not been seen since. We are writing to urgently seek your assistance regarding a profoundly troubling situation involving a member of the Idibia family, Mr. Innocent Idibia, also known as Two-Face or Tu Baba, whom our client reasonably believes has been missing since Monday, February 10, 2025. We believe that Mr. Innocent left his residence in the early hours of the 10th of February 2025 in his loungewear, suggesting that he was going for his habitual work, but he has not returned home since then. Despite the best efforts of his family, staff, and the management of his record label to reach or locate him, including contacting his friends and acquaintances, they have been unable to establish any contact or ascertain his whereabouts. This disturbing situation, coupled with the fact that those who should have heard from him have not done so for over 72 hours, has left his entire family deeply concerned, the petition reads in part. The family said Two-Face has never been found missing before and his social media account is currently used to solicit financial assistance from members of the public. An action the Idibia family frowned at and said, "These messages are alarming, as Mr. Innocent is financially independent and has never required assistance in such a manner." This has led his family to suspect that his identity may have been compromised and that someone may have abducted him, actively manipulating him to exploit his contacts for monetary gain. The implications of this situation are grave, and the possibility of foul play or coercion cannot be overlooked. As a family, our clients are deeply worried not only about his physical safety but also about the potential misuse of his identity while he remains unaccounted for. It is worthy of note that the victim is a legend and holds a celebrity status in the Nigerian music industry, with countless youths and citizens looking up to him, not to mention his wife, children, relatives, and employees, who are now traumatized. His musical empire has also been left in a state of paralysis as a direct consequence of the suspect's criminal act of abducting him and rendering him incommunicado. Our humble request is that you intervene urgently to investigate, locate, and rescue the victim from wherever the suspect is currently detaining him. The petition ends in quote. We had reported that the Africa Queen music crooner, legendary Innocent Idibia aka Two-Face or Tu Baba, has been trending since the beginning of this year, with him dishing out surprises to lovers and the general public with stories of happenings in his marital life, starting from announcing the end of his marriage with his only wife but one of the mothers of his children, Annie Idibia, to recent public notice and marriage proposal to Honourable Natasha Osawaru, I'm in God's hands Osawaru, the granddaughter of Sir Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, the Esama of Benin Kingdom, which has since sparked reactions from the Idibia family, with the music icon's mother, Rose Idibia, calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help her prevail on Natasha to set his son free, adding that the 31-year-old Natasha, who is the deputy majority leader of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the Edo State House of Assembly, put beads on one of the hands and neck of Two-Face, apparently making Two-Face to misbehave, stressing that her son is not with his right senses with whatever he's currently doing with Natasha, that Two-Face is currently going through divorce process with Annie, and he's passing through a lot and the situation is telling on him. We had reported on September 6, 2021 that Charles Idibia, the younger brother to African music superstar Innocent Idibia, well known as Two-Face, has continued to reveal what he knows about the character of Nigerian actress and his elder brother's wife, Annie Macaulay Idibia, since Annie previously announced breakup in the year with the Africa Queen music star and accused her husband family of hatred during the preceding week, with Charles alleging that Annie stabbed Two-Face on the chest while asleep because he picked call from Pero Adeniyi, one of his baby mamas and the mother of his 3 kids out of his 7 children, locked the doors against her mother-in-law, Rose Idibia, when she visited her son, poured food on Two-Face during his, Charles Idibia's wedding ceremony, throws bottle and shouts on Two-Face before other celebrities.
Hey, my people, what's up, man? So allegedly, I've been seeing so many things, so many people coming up with their own false narratives and false talk and malicious nonsense after I posted that stuff that I posted. Yes, I posted what I posted, and any person will get brain, they understand, you know. But for all of the people that have been saying different stuff that do not have any absolute clue of what's going on, I hear you now, in a life perfect guy, not too much, you understand. See, everybody's going to be alright, everybody's fine. There's no fights, there's no quarrel, there's nothing. I said what I said. All of us will be alright. And all of us are working to do bigger and better things. You understand what I'm saying? And Honourable Natasha, I see she has been dragged, she has been called all sorts of names, she has been labeled as the homebreaker, you know. She is a young, brilliant, amazing young woman. You understand what I'm saying? And she had nothing to do, you know, what's happening between me and Annie in our marriage. You know, she has absolutely nothing to do with that. But I see everybody allegedly trying to, you know, rope her into everything. Yes, I love her. She's amazing. She's cool. You know, I want to marry her. Understand what I'm saying? So that on one side. Then on the other side, when me and Annie, we don't fight, we don't quarrel. You know, we have a good understanding of ourselves and what's going on. So allegedly, everybody that has been saying stuff allegedly, keep alleging. We shall continue to be alleging. You understand what I'm saying? So, thank you very much. Move on with your perfect life. Now me carry and come here. So I have no stories to go happen as I carry and come there. I put that on my business. Yeah, so you are allowed to interfere and say what you feel like. But please, when you want to allege, make sure you know what you are alleging. And I'm also going to ask, in fact, I will ask Congress. We have to do something about this alleging. You understand? Everybody's hiding behind allege. To just say anything they want to say. Causing heartache, embarrassing people up and down. And you know, say many people will ever leave the follow alleged. So we need to do something about this alleged. If you don't know something, no talk. No coach person. Maybe only the person will talk. You understand? So with this viewpoint of mine, thank you very much. I don't bring and come again. I don't give enough food again. Look at that continue to be alleged.
Africa Queen musical crew now. Legendary Innocent Idibia, aka Two-Face or Two Baba, has been trending since the beginning of this year, with him dishing out surprises to lovers and the general public with stories of happenings in his marital life. Starting from announcing the end of his marriage with his only wife but one of the mothers of his children, Annie Idibia, to recent public notice and marriage proposal to Honourable Natasha Osawaru, I'm in God's hands, Osawaru, the granddaughter of Sir Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, the Esawa of Benin Kingdom, which has since sparked reactions from the Idibia family, with the music icon's mother, Rose Idibia, calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help her prevail on Natasha to set his son free, adding that the 31-year-old Natasha, who is the deputy majority leader of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the Edo State House of Assembly, put beads on one of the hands and neck of Two-Face, apparently making Two-Face to misbehave, stressing that her son is not with his right senses with whatever he's currently doing with Natasha, that Two-Face is currently going through divorce process with Annie, and he's passing through a lot and the situation is telling on him. Rose Idibia called on Natasha to remove the beads she allegedly wore two-face on his hand and neck and set the 49-year-old legendary music icon free apparently from the love hook or manipulation. Rose Idibia made the call in a video that went viral on Thursday evening, which suggested that the Africa Queen Music Award-winning icon may not have pre-informed his mother before going out publicly to make a marriage proposal to his found new love, Natasha. A practice that is very uncommon among men in Africa, most especially Nigeria, and more interestingly Benin Kingdom, where Natasha hails from. We observed that Rose Idibia, the mother of Two-Face, has been quiet ever since Two-Face Idibia traveled to Benin City to stay with his newfound love and trending on social media platforms until on Thursday, when a video surfaced on the internet, wherein Two-Face was seen proposing marriage to Natasha, forcing the mother of the music legendary icon to promptly issue a video press release same day to counter the marriage proposal. Local observers said that family consent is a crucial requirement for marriage to take place in Nigeria, but there are less cases of partners going ahead with the marriage without the consent of their family, most especially when the family is against the choice of his or her chosen marital partner. According to Mrs. Idibia, Two-Face is presently not in his right frame of mind due to the divorce proceedings with his estranged wife, Annie. Good evening, Nigerians. My name is Mrs. Rose Idibia, the mother of Two-Face. This message is for Miss Natasha Osawaru of Edo State. I am calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help me beg her to free my son. My son is going through a divorce process, and he is clearly not in his right senses now. I know my son well. That is not him. Please, Natasha, the beads you put on his hand and on his neck, remove them and free him, she said. In the marriage proposal video, the singer and the lawmaker were seen dancing together to the admiration of some of their friends, and Two-Face spread some cash on her, with her looking as if she was shy or nervous in the video. Two-Face later proceeded to present Natasha Osawaru with a ring, after which they were locked in a long embrace. Members of the public became more aware about their relationship after Two-Face was seen at the Edo State House of Assembly, and another video surfaced showing the two together at a Lagos club. Addressing the rumors, the African Queen crooner took to Instagram on Tuesday to set the record straight, with emphasis that Natasha has no hand in his marriage breakup with Annie. In a video statement on his Instagram profile, Two-Face said that, allegedly, I have seen so many things, so many people coming up with their own false narratives and malicious nonsense after I posted that stuff that I posted. Yes, I posted what I posted. Honourable Natasha has been dragged. She has been called all sorts of names. She has been labeled as a home breaker. She is a young, brilliant, amazing woman, and she had nothing to do with what is happening between me and Annie in our marriage. Yes, I love her. She is amazing, and she is cool. I want to marry her. Osawaru is a politician and member of the Edo State House of Assembly representing the Igbo constituency under the People's Democratic Party. She was elected in April 2023 and is from the Igbo local government area of Edo State. We had reported on September 6, 2021 that Charles Idibia, the younger brother to African music superstar Innocent Idibia, well known as Two-Face, has continued to reveal what he knows about the character of Nigerian actress and his elder brother's wife, Annie Macaulay Idibia, since Annie previously announced breakup in the year with the Africa Queen music star and accused her husband family of hatred during the preceding week, with Charles alleging that Annie stabbed Two-Face on the chest while asleep because he picked call from Pero Adeniyi, one of his baby mamas and the mother of his 3 kids out of his 7 children, locked the doors against her mother-in-law, Rose Idibia, when she visited her son, poured food on Two-Face during his, Charles Idibia's wedding ceremony, throws bottle and shouts on Two-Face before other celebrities.
My name is Mrs. Rose Idibia. This message is for Miss Natasha Osawaru of Edo State. I'm calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help me beg her to release or to free my son. My son is going through a divorce process and he's clearly not in his right sense. I know my son, this is not you. Please, Natasha, the bead you put on his hand and on his neck, remove them and free him.
My name is Honourable Natasha Osawaru. I am the Deputy Majority Leader of the Edo State House of Assembly, representing the very good people of Ego. Ego was in chaos today. From security personnel that are supposed to observe a process started helping people carry ballot boxes. The good thing is that videos will be uploaded on social media. I'm young, so we are very good with the social media. We see with video, we see with video. The oppression was too much. We are voting. We are a PDP state. Yes, we let APC vote freely. They are not the ones oppressing us. That you will tell a world coalition. In fact, it's an aberration because in the 1999 Constitution as amended, we don't collect in INEC. We collect in the world. So you cannot tell the world people to come and collect in INEC. Then when they are there, you have the other candidates in there with INEC. Then you are pushing out the PDP candidates. Obviously, you are rigging. And we are not going to take it. It's either we all go in there since they decide, maybe they have their own reasons. But without their reasons, we must be there. Agents must be there. When they are collecting, agents are there. Agents must be there. Agents should enter. If they don't, Edo State election will be cancelled because we won't take it now. Already now, Governor.
Yes, sir. Okay, now, Deputy. Yes, sir. Perform. Guess what? We win when? Away. PDP. We win very well. Despite the money when they carry for food. No go anywhere. And police don't see that one, no. When they share 10,000, thank God say people like me get video. Because I know say we go land for court.
Monarch in Delta State, His Royal Highness Epiphany Azinge, the Asajba of Asaba has banned a particular group of female spiritual native doctors known as Ezenwani from Asaba, the Delta State capital, following the kidnapping and subsequent killing of Anambra State lawmaker Justice Chukwunenye Azuka, whose suspected killer's kingpin was traced to a shrine in Delta State. Honourable Azuka, whose remains was laid in state at a special plenary session inside Anambra State House of Assembly complex in Awka on Friday, was kidnapped on his way home for Christmas on December 24, 2024, and his lifeless body was found near River Niger Bridge earlier this month. The Asajba of Asaba, who spoke in a local dialect, said it has become necessary to ban Ezenwani and other ritual practitioners due to their alleged involvement in the rising crime rate in Asaba and its environs. In a press statement aside the verbal pronouncements and announcement of the ban, the Executive Council of the Traditional Rulers in Asaba stated that, arising from the Asajba Executive Council meeting held today, the 11th of February 2025, it is hereby directed that, effective immediately, all the activities of Ndi Eze Nwani who are not natives of Asaba are totally banned. All non-native, traditional medicine practitioners who are not registered with the appropriate bodies will not be allowed to practice in Asaba. Also, effective immediately, non-natives of Asaba are hereby restricted from visiting the Onitshe Shrine. All non-natives who wish to access the Onitshe Shrine must be registered by the Otu Ihaza. Indi Ahaba who wishes to visit, worship at Onish shall get clearance from Otu Ihaza. This is to enable close monitoring of those who visit the shrine. There will be severe consequences should anyone flaunt these royal directives. Long live His Royal Highness, Asajba Professor Epiphany Chigugu Azinge, Asajba Ahaba. While translating and interpreting the words of the Asajba of Asaba, Punch newspaper reported that this decision follows reports linking the murder of an Anambra lawmaker, whose body was discovered on the Niger Bridge, to native doctors and a shrine in Asaba. Expressing deep concern, the monarch emphasized that crimes committed within Asaba directly impact its residents more than anyone else. He stressed that the ban on these native doctors was a proactive measure to curb crime. Let it be on record that we support the government at all times. However, while supporting the government, there comes a time when we must take proactive steps. Anything that happens in Asaba affects us directly, he stated. It is distressing to hear that Asaba has become the focal point of these criminal activities. As a result, we have decided to take measures to ensure peace and order in our land. The monarch declared that the activities of Eze Nwani practitioners, particularly those not originally from Asaba, were now banned. He described their growing presence as troubling and their activities as nefarious. The mother of the Anambra lawmaker points to Asaba, where money was cleared, and where the shrine harboring the kingpin was located. These native doctors seem to be aiding not only internet fraudsters, Yahoo boys, but also kidnappers and other criminals. Therefore, we are banning them effective immediately. Furthermore, the monarch announced that all native doctors operating within Asaba must now register and be regulated. He stated that they would require clearance from the Otuhas, the governing legislative body of Asaba, before being allowed to operate. In addition, restrictions have been placed on visits to the shrine of the Asaba deity, Onish. The monarch noted that the shrine was being desecrated and misused for questionable purposes. Henceforth, no one, whether an indigene of Asaba or not, may visit the shrine without prior approval from the Otu Ihaza. The traditional ruler also raised concerns about the increasing influx of unknown individuals into Asaba, which he attributed to displacement from other areas. We no longer know who resides in Asaba. Many criminals now see Asaba as a safe haven, moving into various parts of the city to continue their unlawful activities. Therefore, we are launching Operation Know Your Tenants in Asaba. Under this initiative, landlords are required to maintain proper documentation and an inventory of all tenants. This measure, according to the monarch, will enable security agencies to swiftly identify individuals living in any particular building when necessary. This initiative will help ensure that those who have crossed over into Asaba do not find it easy to reside here. We want them to know that they can be identified and located at short notice. Additionally, the Asajba announced plans to deploy a palace-appointed team to inspect hotels and review guest records. He stated that the palace was already collaborating with security agencies to strengthen enforcement. We are committed to working with security agencies to ensure that criminals do not find refuge in Asaba. We will also be monitoring hotels to verify the identities of guests. These measures are necessary to restore order and safeguard our land. The monarch's pronouncements mark a significant step in Asaba's efforts to combat crime and enhance security within the community. It would be recalled that the lifeless body of Justice Azuka, the member representing Onitsha North 1 constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly, was found by security operatives near the Second Niger Bridge, with police saying the suspects behind the kidnapping and killing of the lawmaker were mostly between the age of 19 and 20, with some members of the public identifying one of the suspects to be 16 years old, who only have an advanced or matured face and body structure that makes him look older than his age. Azuka was reportedly kidnapped on December 24, 2024, along Gugunawampa Road in Inland Town, Onitsha, while returning home for Christmas. He was abducted at gunpoint in a swift operation that lasted less than 5 minutes, according to Punch newspaper. The lawmaker, a chieftain of the Labour Party, reclaimed his mandate following a court ruling that nullified the victory of Douglas Eguna of the People's Democratic Party, who was initially declared the winner of the 2023 election. Immediate past Anambra State Commissioner of Police, Enage Omono Itam, while parading the suspects behind the abduction and killing of the Anambra State lawmaker, Justice Azuka, stated that in the early hours of the 6th of February 2025 at the Second Niger Bridge, the joint security team comprising of the police and AVG operatives on a mission to rescue the abducted Honorable State House of Assembly member representing Onitsha North, Honorable Azuka, found his lifeless body. Adding that the command operatives, in a joint operation with Anambra State vigilantes acting on intelligence-led information, arrested 9 suspects actively involved in the crime and recovered 2 pump-action guns. The former CP said one of the suspects sustained a gunshot injury in his leg during a gun duel with the police operatives. The arrested suspects include Ugochukwu Onwara, aged 30 years, Ikemefuna Osai, aged 20 years, Ikena Orugu, aged 27 years, Chibuke Obifuna, aged 19 years, Chinonso Olisa, aged 19 years, Chinedu Okoli, aged 21 years, David Ojini, aged 25 years, and the most notorious of them, one Peter Sunday, aged 20 years, with a big tattoo inscription of "No Peace for the Government" on his chest. We had previously reported that the new Commissioner of Police in Anambra State, Ikeoye Olutugu, on Monday visited the scene of crime to condole with the family of 3 siblings that were killed and kept inside the fridge at Unuichi in Nnewi area of Anambra State while their mother was away for work at Ihiola. This as the State Governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, with the Deputy Governor, Gilbert Onyekachukwu Ibeze, being the operational commander, always leading mostly indigenous team of special security operatives known as Agunekeba to invade and arrest Babalawos or spiritual native doctors under the practice of Okite, a claimed spiritual practice of printing banknotes which investigations have since unraveled to be false, most especially as wrongly propagated by Nigerian movie industry, Nollywood, which human beings are seen in some of their movies to be vomiting banknotes as a sign of money ritual, although investigations have shown that there is no spiritual or ritual process that print banknotes, but what criminally minded babalawos or spiritual native doctors do is to prepare a charm known often in Igbo land as Okite to enable the applicants, including traders with legitimate businesses, to be able to start committing more crimes like internet frauds or Yahoo, selling fake products, cheating customers, kidnapping, armed robbery, among other numerous inhuman crimes that met the applicants to get rich quickly. We had reported that the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB lawyer, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, has called out Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, over the arrest and detention of a well-known native doctor always on social media, Chidozia Nwangu aka Akwa Okokotiwara Aki, accusing the governor of violating the rights to religious practice of the suspect as guaranteed by Nigeria Constitution. This, as Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo goes harder on Babalawos, which are spiritual native doctors fueling insecurity in the state, most especially those under the religious practice of Okite or Ezemani, that are widely believed to be responsible for the encouragement of people into kidnapping, organs harvesting, money rituals, specifically rampant cases of stolen babies and boyfriends killing girlfriends for money ritual purposes, with investigation indicating that some dangerous crimes in Anambra are committed by teenagers, minors or underage children, often misled and manipulated into the inhuman crimes by elderly ones, forcing the Anambra State government to enact a new law, that is that Homeland Security Law 2025, that came into effect on January 17, 2025, which banned anyone from advertising or showcasing on social media or any public place his or her supernatural powers to make people rich without any lawful means of legitimate business, forbids any spiritual native doctor from using their powers to perfect magical bulletproof for people to commit crime in the state, and strictly stipulated 25 years imprisonment with no option of fine for any spiritual native doctor that requires human parts or blood to administer charms or protection to any.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.